Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine. We're standing in front of the Virgin logo, and that's on purpose. We're here with President and CEO Tom McAlpin, and this is Insider Travel Report. Let's talk about you. You were on the panel today. You revealed a bunch of stuff. There's stuff you couldn't reveal, which I'm really more interested in about technology. Where do you want to begin? Let's begin with...
Well, I'll tell you what. Start at the beginning of the year. This is a fantastic year for Virgin Voyages. We opened for sailing earlier this year in February, and we're off to a great start. There's a huge amount. Sales are going well. Huge amount of pent-up demand. We're getting great volume, getting great rates. So that's really good. Earlier this year we floated out the Scarlet Lady, so she floats, and that's a good thing. Like they tell me, is for cruise ships.
We're happy for you.
So far, so good. And then the balance of the year, they'll be fitting out the interiors of the ship, and we'll be focused on what I would call operational readiness. Is getting the ship ready, hiring a lot of folks, putting in the policies and procedures that we need to operate this, and really executing. And then on the other hand, we've got to fill the ship, so we've got to get a lot of great bookings. We got to get the right rates, and that's where we rely really heavily on our first mates. You know, the travel partners, our travel agent community. We call you first mates because, like the captain's right hand, you are a really important part of our success. So if you haven't gone to firstmates.com, I encourage you to go there, register to sell Virgin Voyages. You will not be disappointed.
Now, you're no stranger to selling a brand. You were at Disney for a long time, right?
That's right. I was with Disney 14 years. I started there in 1995, believe it or not, and wrote the original business plan and got it approved, and was part of a very small team that took the company 14 years. Ultimately, was president there and stayed through 2009. So a big part of my career. We learned a lot there. We learned a lot that a big brand that can differentiate themselves and create a differentiated experience can do very well and get premium pricing and create a premium product. And that's, there's some similarities.
That translate
what we're doing right here. Yeah, absolutely.
So talk about the agents and what's commissionable, please.
Yeah, so as we went and did our research in developing the sales strategy, if you will, we really listened to the travel agents. And one of the things that they said to us was that the big pain point was this non-commissionable fare. And they didn't feel it was right that they shouldn't get commission on everything. And we agree. We think that our first mates should get commission on everything. And so that's how we've developed our strategy. We call it the perfect 10. You get paid 10% commission on everything. And then, of course, there's eligibility to get bonus commission as well. But everything, including gratuities, because they're included in the price, including if you sell excursions, if you sell, onboard credits, anything you sell, we pay a commission. And more importantly, we don't deduct anything from that. So what you'll see in the industry today is you'll get a cruise fare, and then they deduct what they call an NCF, or non-commissionable fare. We don't believe in that, and frankly, we have a little kind of a saying, NCF, non-commissionable fares, NFW, no flippin' way. And later you'll see over to my right, there's a big banner right here at Cruise 360 says NCF, NFW. Now you know what it means.
So now there's a lot of product out there. How do you differentiate Virgin to the rest?
Well, we learned, as I mentioned earlier, we learned a little bit of that from Disney, that you can create a differentiated experience. People will pay premium for it. Everything we do is about differentiation. We did a lot of research with the travel agent community, with our future sailors, and what they told us is that First, they told us they were concerned about mass in these big ships. So everything that we have done is to create that differentiated experience. It's the size of our ships. So we're purposely building ships we call mid-size ships, 2,750 passengers, not these ginormic ships, I call them. That's not a word I know, but we call it that anyway. It's about what the ship looks like. So they're unique ships that anywhere you see them around the world, you know that those are the Virgin ships. It's our name. Virgin Voyages says a lot more about the experience. Virgin Cruises was frankly too easy. But when you come on board, we were able to create what we call an adult-centric experience, a unique experience created just for adults. And that means that we have no one under the age of 18. So we give up something, we give up the family, but to create something very unique, that's very different. The dining will be different. 6 essentially specialty restaurants we don't charge extra for. Gratuities are included. Entertainment will be immersive experiences. Our theater physically transforms into 3 different configurations throughout your experience. When our technology, which we didn't talk a lot about today, we're saving that for a later date, will be different. We'll have the smartest ships that are being built. So it's all a combination of creating this very unique way of providing an escalated experience, a premium experience, but a cool, hip way. We call it rebellious luxe. And rebellious luxe is, it's quality. It's getting what you want, when you want it, always with quality. It's not stuffy luxury with, white gloves and tuxedos and marble as far as the eye can see. We're about giving you quality, never nickel and diming you. That's really important. So on our ship, gratuities will be included. So nobody wants at the end of the cruise to get hit with a bill. Nobody wants to see a gratuity added onto their bar tab. So we include taxes and fees. All of that is included in the fee, and commission and travel agents get paid commission on everything.
Let's talk about the design, because we looked at, we were able to go through those mock-ups from Tom Dixon and how it reflects to what you just said.
Our design is differentiated. We purposely went out and put together a creative collective of 10 world-class architects who, frankly, have never worked on ships before. So we wanted them to have a fresh perspective and created something very unique. Companies like Tom Dixon, who did our cabin and suites, companies like Roman and Williams, Soft Room, Concrete, all with this unique perspective, creating something very, very special. The cabins are incredible. We actually have a patent pending on our cabin because it transforms during the voyage. During the day, it can be used as a casual place where you can invite friends in and hang out, because the seabed is converted to a sofa bed during the daytime, so you can hang out and entertain on board. The cabin is actually not square, so it's larger where the cabin is to give you frame those beautiful views of the ocean. So everything you see on the ship, there's not gimmicks, there's not those bells and whistles and gimmicky things. We're all about creating that unique experience and celebrating the ocean and providing these great views for you and providing fantastic experiences. Our itineraries are different. We're going to out of the way places, and the size of our ship allows us to do that. So we'll be going to Havana. Really exciting about that. We'll be the biggest and newest ship ever to go to Havana. We'll go to Bimini, and the size of our ship allows us to get into this little island, and for you to really enjoy all that beautiful water and sand and water sports that are available there. Plus, we're creating a one-of-a-kind of Virgin Voyages Beach Club experience. And that is a curated experience. Think of it as Tulum meets Ibiza, where you can go and have an elevated experience, but it's hip and cool. We'll have resident DJs that'll be there. And frankly, Mark Ronson will be a part of the resident DJ program, and he'll be performing on Bimini throughout the year. So really excited about this combination of this cultural experiences, overnighting in Cuba. Every one of our itineraries either has a late stay or an overnight combined with a stay in Bimini. So you get that grit and glam, and it's just a really cool way that we've curated the entire voyage experience.
That's great. The final word to our first mates, what do you want to tell them?
I tell you, we have invested a lot in firstmates.com. Go on board, go to the website, not on board yet, soon.
Right, soon.
Go to the website.
I made that mistake.
Register on firstmates.com. We need you to spread the word. What we don't have today is a lot of awareness. So we need you to spread the word, tell everyone about this fantastic experience, and then come see us. In less than 1 year, we will be sailing.
Tom, thank you.
Great, thank you.
This is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.